good afternoon, parents, all the children, those who are attending the webinar. And here, Dr. Nandalal Bojiraj is there. And the last 2 days back, we have visited our school and we are talking about can have a webinar for the student. And already, sir conducted the webinar for 10, 11, and 12 students in the school directly. And now we have planned from first standard to the ninth standard, we can have through the online. And sir, welcome you all, sir, from the JSS institution. And behalf of our JSS family from JSS International School, Ooty, behalf of parents, students, we welcome you all. And so now you can start.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, one and all. I hope your day is wonderful. JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research is a deemed to be university located in Mysuru, Karnataka. It was established in 2008 under Section 3 of UGC Act 1956. JSS AHER is focused on medical and health related studies. It is recognized by MHRD and accredited by NAC with A+ grade and has been graded as Category 1 by UGC in the year 2018. JSS AHER has been focusing on teaching, research and health services since its inception. Under the leadership and blessings of His Holiness Jagadguru Sri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, the Chancellor of JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, and many noted multifaceted leaders of repute, the JSS AHER has made great progress in grooming graduates, postgraduates, and PhD researchers. By providing effective value-based education across our institutions, by focusing on overall development of an individual through state-of-art facilities to make the learner a useful citizen to the society. Coming to our department, Department of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry is a part of JSS Dental College and Hospital, JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysore. It is established in the year 1989. Department is accredited with ISO 9001 and 2015. Department of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry is concerned with excellence in dental care for children from infancy to adolescence. Pediatric dentistry encompasses a variety of disciplines, techniques, procedures, and skills that are unique based on the requirement of infant, children, and adolescents. The clinical expertise of this department also extends for the children requiring special healthcare needs. This specialty is enriched with the skills required to be applied to the need of children throughout their ever-changing stage of development and to treating conditions and diseases unique to growing individuals. With emphasis on prevention of oral diseases in children, the specialists provide proactive counseling to the parents regarding prevention that goes beyond caries to address all aspects of children's oral health. Coming to today's program, this is a first time ever conducted virtual program on primary preventive oral health education, which is supported by JSS AHER and JSS Dental College Hospital, Mysuru. I welcome Dr. B. Suresh, Pro Chancellor, JSS AHER, Dr. Surender Singh, Vice Chancellor, JSS AHER, Dr. Manjunatha B., Registrar, JSS AHER, and Dr. Kushalappa PA, Director, Academics, JSS AHER. I also welcome our beloved Principal, Dr. Ravindra S., for supporting and guiding this program. I also welcome parents and students of JSS International School, Ooty, for their inquisitive interest towards this particular program. For today's program, the keynote speaker is Dr. B. Nandalal, Professor and Head of the Department of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry, JSS Dental College and Hospital. Dr. B. Nandalal sir is an eminent academician, clinician, and researcher. To his credits, he has immense expertise and experience in the field of pediatric and preventive dentistry. He has published numerous international and national scientific research papers. In collaboration with many international and national bodies, he has conducted research projects and presently working on genomics. He is always the force behind innovative programs, and today, under his able guidance, present program is being organized. I welcome Dr. B. Nandlal sir as a keynote speaker for this program. Without wasting much time, let us start with our program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shanbo. So very good afternoon to all, in particular the authorities of both institutions. And with the blessings of His Holiness, I take this privilege to deliver this novel approach of a virtual way of delivering the oral health education. As we were normally doing this type of a program face-to-face, we used to visit the various schools and particularly the residential schools, namely the one at JSS school at Suttur and the one at Upi. We have been doing this annual program regularly, but however, because of this pandemic times, we thought, why not we still deliver this oral health care? And during the last meeting with the principal, it was a very welcome idea. And I thank the principal, particularly of the JSS International School and the authorities for making this possible to deliver this oral health education to the children at wherever, whichever city they are at home. So this primary preventive dental education program is, it is a need, particularly it is a need for making sure that children get not only advice from the parents, but also by the professionals and wherever they are, like particularly the residential school children need much more attention. And of course, the daycare children, they would be visiting home and they are under the 24 hours with some guidance. But here in the residential setting, they need extra care. Even the school teachers have been trained to take care and be responsible. So in this, we can see that the responsibility of oral health care, like a medical care, it is the partners, the parents are the whole and soul responsible for the health of the child. But when it comes to dentistry, it is dentist also plays a role along with the parent. So it is, you need a dental advice right from the childhood. Now, I would like to take it in a more interesting way, children. I hope you will enjoy this. I'm sure you all follow traffic rules. It's nothing. And you learned this in your childhood, in your school books, as well as in the some of the interesting stories. And when you want to learn something about traffic, you prepare an album of it. I'm sure, but I'm not trying to teach you on the traffic rules on when you are on the road, but life also, we follow the similar type of traffic rules. So to make it interesting, I've used, but don't get mixed up with this real traffic of the when you are traveling on road. Okay, we are using this as a easy way to understand, and because these type of logos are very useful to remember and understand. So this is a triangle which shows that child, as a child, you are at the apex, we are dearest to us, and the parents play a role. Similarly, we as a dentist, be partners with your good oral health, and without you, we cannot complete this. We need you to follow all the instructions time again and be guided by the parent on the highway of the child's oral health. Yes, do not enter. You have seen this traffic signal and you dare not, you'll get fined, you get into trouble. You know that. Similarly, nobody would like to go into a gum disease. A gum disease is something which is, it once progressed, it's very difficult to arrest. And you need a multiple, times, and you need to keep on taking care of that. So you do not want to. Now let us see what is this gum disease. The gum disease in the simple equations, I'm sure very young children, I'm sure you know what is like, in the chemistry, they teach you in equation. It is nothing but a chemistry in their mouth. Sugar is the most commonest cause, which acts as a food or a source of nutrient for the bacteria, that is the germs in your mouth. And these together form a product which is called as plaque. I won't say it's a product, it is a deposit, okay? It is invisible. Most of the times, we do not see this visibly. I will show you a picture how bad it looks, okay? This is most of the time invisible. and it acts like a chunk of a layer. And if it is left, it has got many other bad things, like it causes this color change of the teeth, it causes hardening and becomes like a mineral deposit. Also, it causes irritation to the gums. Basically, it starts with the irritation of the gums, and gums start bleeding, and that is called as gum disease. And as it advances, this gum disease may even land up in shaking of the teeth with age. So though it starts in some get gum disease early in life, some get late in life, but this responsible factor is this invisible plaque. So how do we take care of this? How do we prevent this? It's very important to us. So this plaque, if I said when it's left, the debris which are left and accumulated on the teeth, and how do they form? They form whenever you have a meal or a snack. And if it is left over the time, over the months, like, if we clean it only partially, in some places, many a times we miss the places to clean, maintain the full total hygiene. In such cases, in that locations, it forms hardened mineral content, which is called as calculus. Now, how do we clean this teeth? Yes, all of us brush our teeth, isn't it? So we use a toothbrush, but remember, you need to use a fluoride-containing toothpaste, and at least brushing twice is recommended for children as well as adults. It is proven from enough information that twice brushing with fluoride toothpaste would prevent forming these type of deposits to considerable level and reduce the gum disease. And also it has a role to prevent cavities. Now, having told about the paste and number of times you brush, you should know how to brush. Many of you must be following a no particular method, unless you have visited a child dentist or a general dentist. They would have taught you a method. But if you have not learned it, here is a method which will be showing you in the form of a video as well, so that you can easily learn and practice. Many a times we learn from our parents who teach us how to brush. And when you go to a dentist, he teaches you a more complicated brushing method, depending upon the type of problem you have. If it is a gum problem, or you are having irregular teeth, or if you have got cavities. But the simplest one normally to be used is small circular motion. So this is what I was saying. Very scary, I suppose. After a meal, this is what would have formed right now after your meal. And this is a coloring agent which we normally use for, which is just 2 drops of this put into the mouth. It's called as disclosing solution. It is put on the teeth, left for a minute. And this is what you can identify, those which are clean and which are not clean. After a meal, everybody would get something like this. And yes, ideal is to brush after every meal. That means 3 times. But practically speaking, in the midday brushing is not possible. At least you should rinse your mouth as far as possible, because you are accessible to the water and wash area where you can really rinse your mouth away from all this deposit. So, and you can see that there is a light pink and a dark red color. So the light pink shows this is today's deposit. Red one shows maybe it is yesterday's or even a 2-3 days old deposit. Look at that. What would be happening there? This is called the invisible plaque, which is being shown by a color. I'm sure you won't like to go like this. Now, this type of coloring agent helps up children to know, at least weekly once, to monitor by the parents, so that they learn master the technique that they need to brush, what force they have to apply, how much area they have to cover. So it becomes a habit. So children who get more cavities in the mouth, we try to teach them by using this type of a special agent, which is easily available in a pharmacy shop. Now, coming to understanding about the amount of deposit in your mouth. Now, let us see how much paste you need to use. Many times, many of the toothpaste companies, they do write on the box of the toothpaste, it is written the amount of paste to be used. Please read those instructions. It's very important. Children below 5 years should use a small peanut size of toothpaste. And children between 5 to 12-year-old can use half a brush of a head of the toothpaste. Whereas children about 12 years, you can use the full ribbon length. You understand? I hope you all could get this point. It's very important. Now, why this is important is that if a 12-year-old is using lesser, it will not be effective. Okay? Whereas half and peanut is specific for the age because of the amount of teeth present. Second, if you take excess, your mouth cannot withstand the amount of the foam which is there, and you may tend to spit out, or you may even try to swallow. It is found that if excess paste is put in the mouth, there 10% or 20% children attempt to swallow. I'm sure there are very, very young children. Parents who are listening, please follow this, because if they swallow accidentally, nothing to be afraid of, because it's just small amount at the moment, but they may feel like little nauseative, or they may get a slight stomach irritation. And for such conditions, if it is repeatedly happening, there can be a fear, because depending upon the type of toothpaste they are using, if they are using a whitening toothpaste, which is not supposed to be used for children. And very important is what toothpaste to be used is very important, because there are pastes which are meant specially for children, and for above 6 years, a normal adult toothpaste can be used. But for below 6 years, it is recommended there is a pediatric kids toothpaste to be used, because it contains less amount of fluoride. But this concept again keeps changing based on the need. Like if a child is having too many cavities, under supervision, we advise even high fluoride toothpaste for children. Now, very important for children below 5 years, parents have to be there so that they do not swallow this toothpaste accidentally. And even 5 to 12 years, if it is assisted to some extent, it is better, particularly up to the age of 8 years. Assisted means you just supervise, ensure that he's brushing and he's giving enough time as well. Now, let us see this short video. And now coming to the, having said the importance of the brush and the amount of the paste, the children should use the age appropriate brush. One should not be attracted by the large size brushes, thinking that it's going to be more stronger. A pediatric brush to be used for children below 5 years, and for 5 to 6 to 8 years, again, there's a junior brush, and above 8 years, there is a medium sized brush, and then above 12 only the adult brush. You can see how beautifully you have to start always from the front teeth, go in round circles, always keep left. You walk on the left side of the road for safety. Then you, without taking out the brush, you can turn around. The reason for this method is you do not forget which area you have brushed and which area you have not brushed. Many a times, if you brush front, again go move to the left, then to the right by lifting the brush, and yet many times you forget which area you have left out. You can see this child demonstration of this brushing is given on a model so that you can see it better. So you complete non-stop going all around the teeth without even removing the brush out. Yes, if there is a difficulty of keeping the toothpaste, you may take out, but try to finish one full circle non-stop. And that's how the upper teeth are covered. Similarly, the lower teeth, we start in small circles, 2 teeth at a time, 2 or sometimes 3, depending upon the teeth present, like if they are baby teeth or whether they are permanent teeth. We have 2 sets of teeth. I am sure all the children know about this. There's a baby teeth which starts, all the baby teeth are present from as soon as 6 months they reach, and they start erupting and come around 3 years, all the teeth are present. And then by 12 years, 6 years, again, the baby teeth start falling off because new teeth have to come there, the permanent teeth. And by 12 years, all the baby teeth would have baby teeth, or the milk teeth, what we call them, they all fall off. So I'm sure all of you are following this brushing method. This brushing method I would recommend not only for small children, but also for the children who are older children as well, because this method, you always remember where you have brushed and where you have not, and without. And then lastly, you end up on the top surfaces, that is called as stable or the occlusal surfaces, because that is where the food gets trapped. So now, if you do not brush, you have what happens. I'm always, the signal called as one way. You only wait. There's a fear. Oh, once you set into the decay, there is no reversal. That was one of the things. Yes, it is one way if it is advanced and you come late. But if you do come early, we can make it two-way. We will show you the two-way mechanism. But the one way is if you don't care for your teeth and do not brush your teeth and follow the instructions of the diet, you may develop what is called as a dental decay. Now, what is dental decay? Dental decay is also called as teeth cavity or dental caries or caries teeth, or black teeth, blackened teeth, holes in the teeth. Many of the people communicate to the child in a way they understand. Now, how does this come? We simply say it is, oh, you're eating chocolates, and that is why you get this type of a problem. Let us see what is the chemistry here. It is again the sugar. Now, this sugar, when I say, I will be telling you again 1 or 2 more slides and pictures which will come, that this sugar is not just raw sugar. It can be hidden sugar. It can be in the medicine. It can be in the even a food which is sticky, a carbohydrate. All of you know what is a carbohydrate. So carbohydrate food, starchy food, all will break down to a sugar molecule. And these type of sugars, whether it is a raw, retentive, or liquid form, all these type of sugars in the presence of the germs, that is the bacteria, they have to break down, and the bacteria liberates acid in your mouth. I'm sure I'm using a word acid here, but yes, that is the way we understand. There is some acid formed with the breakdown product from the bacteria in the presence of the sucrose and other type of sugars. And this, the most commonest one is the lactic acid, which attacks the tooth, and that is how it forms a destruction and it dissolves the tooth. Hard structure. Tooth is the hardest structure of the body. It is found even after death. Even if they burn the body, the tooth is one which does not get decalcified easily. It takes a long time. So that is why we can find out from a tooth who the person was, even if the body is untraceable. Okay, so now, so this is all linked up. The germs and in the presence of the food which is not safe attacks on the teeth and forms a dental caries is one-way mechanism if you do not try to follow rules. And what would happen there? It can form from the top surface or from the side surfaces. And as it advances, it goes and causes some inflammation. Inflammation is irritation to the inner part of the tooth, which carries the nerve endings from the nerve supply to the body, which reaches every tooth. Every tooth has got a nerve supply, which is called as a pulp. And this pulp gets irritated and becomes infected, and it would form swelling of your face. It spreads through the bone, into the root, through the root, and reaches the bony area and causes pain, which is unbearable many a times. So this is a story about the cavity as it advances. So one-way mechanism. And here you can also see the parts of the tooth. There is an enamel. There is an inner layer is dentine. This is the top portion is the crown, and the lower portion is the root, which is inside the bone. And there is a gum tissue surrounding. This is called as gum tissue surrounding the teeth. It gives a pink color gums, which here it is outline form. And there is also a bony socket. The tooth is seated, every single tooth. This is a molar tooth picture to make you understand better. I'm sure you have seen such type of conditions. This brown cavities, you're seeing brown color. As it advances, they become much more unpleasant. Today's children, I'm sure you don't like to have this type of condition. Yes, if you come early to us, even at this time, look at this. It's the same child. We could save. We have done a beautiful cosmetic filling. Unbelievable. It's possible. And yes, this is possible by experienced general dentist as well as special child dentist, that's a children's dentist, who can give you this smile back. Now, what is two-way? That's what. This two-way is when you are going to brush properly, and there's something called as which can be restored by a filling material, which you just saw in the recent picture. Now, if you do not come to us early and neglect and don't visit your dentist or a pediatric dentist, or do not take self-care, these cavities would advance and you may land up in a danger zone where I'm sure the signal is very clear that that's the end of it. You got to lose the tooth. That's called extraction. Okay. Extraction is the word, means removal of the teeth. I don't think you would like to get that. Yes, this is the condition how it would look at this stage. These are all like pieces in the bone, which we cannot fill them up, and they all have to be removed. Look at this stage. We cannot, because we cannot do a filling for this, though there is a method called as capping of teeth, But in very young children, this child of 4 year, 5 year, we cannot do so easily. And if at all we try all those, they are going to be very, very expensive therapy, and it may not even serve for a longer period if it is not again taken care for with proper instructions. Now, you would not like to go into that end of towards extraction. For that, what is the another thing to follow? Very important, intelligible use of sugar containing food for good dental health. Maximum number is 3 sugar exposures. Now, when I say 3 sugar exposure, doesn't mean that you can have 3 chocolates. Even having in milk is a sugar exposure. Milk with sugar, coffee with sugar, tea with sugar is a sugar exposure. Having a banana or a fruit of apple is a sugar exposure. Remember that. Okay, so the maximum sugar exposure means including diet, not just chocolates, out of which when you eat in between, like you had a biscuit and between 11 o'clock, it becomes in between snacking. Yes, you can have 2 times at meals and 1 time in between. I know throughout the day, as children, we do not like you to miss the sweetness of life and pleasure of snacking, but you should have only 1 time in between. And yes, rest of the time, you should club it up along with the major meal. When we say major meal, you can start with a sweet or end with a sweet. And of course, make sure that you wash your mouth immediately. Now, if you have a milk or a tea, you should have the biscuit or a cake along with it and not after half an hour and 1 hour. It is preferred that within 15 minutes, if you have any sweets together, it would attack the 1 time, not 3 times. Yes, this is again a traffic signal. So you know what, if you are having your teeth with multiple, more than 3 cavities in your mouth, you better stop all this for 3 months period. Why 3 months? Because when you cut down the food, which are very, very bad for teeth, not safe for teeth, which generate more and more acid, they have to be stopped so that acid levels are lowered, the lactic acid. So the bacteria will, fermentation of sugars will be lesser by the bacteria, and the teeth will start remineralizing, means reversals. That's called arresting first. It has to arrest its progression. So that is why, and that arresting can occur only by stopping food. There's no, even if a dentist gives you the best toothpaste and a best brush for you, it is not going to work if you do not stop all this, if you have multiple cavities. For 3 months, gradually you need to cut down all these sugar exposures. And yes, you can have, yes, normal milk, but again, do not take milk or coffee or tea or chocolate milk. Again, unless it is what is required to that level, you need to take. Just to get the normal nutrient supply, what is required for your daily growth and healthy development of your general body. And yes, sometimes you, during the 3 months, if you're taking some medications due to some reasons of health, cough, fever, cold, etc., that is permissible. But you should, again, after you take any of these syrup medications, you have to rinse your mouth effective, like at least 2 times, so that the sweetness of it does not remain in the plaque, the invisible plaque, which I said, because it can still, though they say sugar-free medication, then nowadays there are medications which are saying, no, this is not actually bad. And if you see, the canned sugars are the most dangerous. It is as actually the canned sugars, canned juices. If you see very carefully, the high school children, I think you can understand that these sugars, the pH of that, the pH is nothing but acidity of a product. It is mentioned there, and they are very, very low. They are very bad. Once the pH is low, it is bad for the teeth. Any pH below 6 is very bad for the teeth. 7 is the most preferred, but no juice except for the fresh fruits and fresh fruit juices. Fresh fruit juices are safe. If you take anything which is canned, they are very bad. You are just putting an acid over your teeth. Okay. Yes, based on the other conditions, you can, you can follow other foods which are preferred in your according to your religion, as well as your family customs or the setting of the school. Now that was about how to take care. Now I would like to also tell you, so how you would like to have like this. Now let us see how he was before. Look at that. If you came to us early, and if you see somebody in your family with that type of condition, please send them. Don't worry, children. It is not at all scary. It's so simple. You can see that how beautifully, a layer of material is placed there, and it's constructed step by step, comfortably with the small, tiny instruments which are not at all scary, and you get your smile back. And here is the picture to show you, to remove your fears from. You go back, previous. This is a video actually to show you that these are the small instruments which we use, small brushes to clean your teeth here, and a small instrument to carry the paste onto the tooth. And this is small spoons which are used. So tiny instruments, you don't have to worry. And then here is the paste which is put with the help of some paper strips to give a nice polished look, and you get your smile back. So this is a child of just 5-year-old. When this type of a child of 5-year-old can undergo and get the smile back, why can't you? Okay, so it is not scary. Dentistry is not scary. Please visit your dentist, tell your parents to take you. I am sure you don't like to go and get into this kind of a condition where all teeth break down, and these are some of the x-rays which we need to take. X-ray is a photograph of the teeth when we want to know how much infection has set in. And yes, in such conditions, we need to, if we have to remove the teeth, parents, particularly who are attending, remember, depending upon the location, we need to replace teeth even in children, or else they get into trouble. Yes, there is a treatment of infected teeth as well. If the dentist feels that we can save it, only a specialist can give you a treatment of root canal treatment for children, and caps for even the milk teeth. These are all advised for children as well, because otherwise they feel their dietary habits changes. At times we do have to remove safely. Don't worry, children. Your specialist and a trained dentist would give you a proper, safe, comfortably he will remove, or we would remove these type of bad teeth. It is good for you that you do not keep such type of broken teeth inside, as they can affect your new teeth which are inside here. You can see the new teeth below the baby teeth. I'm sure you can appreciate that. You don't want them to go bad. So you need to get these dirty ones cleaned up. And, then what do we do that? After that, sometimes just like you have, you wear your handband, you wear your, when you're playing sports, you want to give a proper grip. You don't want to, you need a, you wear a belt around your pants, and you wear a hair clip to your hair. Why do you do all that? So you keep a grip over the place, right? Similarly, here, once you lose a teeth, there are some small devices which we give very comfortably. Even this child is just 5-year-old. Up to 10-year-old, we need to give these type of small devices if your dentist is removing. And if you are interested, you should. Otherwise, these type of spaces, when you lose a tooth, they will get damaged. This again, front teeth, when you come to us early, you can get them beautifully. It is the same. This is before the child came to us with this condition, and now we gave him a beautiful restoration like this, beautiful cosmetic filling for a child of 4-year-old. This again, this baby teeth. This doesn't mean this doesn't happen for 6 and 8-year-old or 10-year-old. I will show you those pictures as well. This is a child of 8-year-old. Okay, 7 to 8-year-old. He had a bad cavity. If some general dentist would be there, he would say, we'll pull it out. But look, we have given a beautiful cosmetic filling. In the past, we used to do what is called as silver fillings, but today we give you a nice cosmetic filling, and we can give you colored fillings as well. There is some products which are available, which are, you can have your pink filling, blue color, green color, all those kind of fillings. And there is I didn't tell you about this. Most of the time, we would like to keep a small cotton like a napkin, so that when we do these fillings, you should not, the contamination should not come onto the tooth. Otherwise, our material gets dissolved in the saliva, which is a secretion. And also there is a tube which is kept there to remove your salivary secretions which come. So this is what I said. When you lose your teeth, there are some devices which you plan to give to hold the space. Otherwise, this is a child of 10-year-old. Still, the teeth have not come. It was removed because it was very bad. See, here it is coming. So we gave up appliance like this, clips, simple clips, we call it, so that new teeth comes in proper shape. This is before, this is after. Now, sometimes children, those who have lost your teeth, maybe due to some accident or due to some fight, there is a solution for that. Okay, you have to go to the dentist. He will give you a temporary replacement over there. Now, if you don't think something is gone wrong, you go to the right dentist, do not have fear, and please get the advice and get the replacement. As you grow later, you can have a permanent fixture. At this stage, you may have a small fixture so that you can still feel nice to move around. And here are again, when we remove the teeth, these are when you remove the teeth, we give the such simple, nice rings on your teeth. Okay, they are rings. It is very comfortable to wear. They are fixed there in the mouth. You don't have parents, don't have to feel that what are these devices? We have never heard of this. No, these are all today's world. Today's children need all this attention because too much of problems, too much of decay in their teeth, and they lose. But then if they lose the teeth, they need to take care. If they lose the teeth, then we need to give some proper therapy like this, which is possible only at a specialty centers. And at times we give single holding devices, or there will be a longer device, and their children are very comfortable. This child is around, again, 8-year-old. The new teeth have come, and here the child has lost the 2 teeth, and these 2 teeth have to be maintained for another 2 years. And this is the time. You may say, why? Look at this amount of irregularity. Whenever a child has got irregularity, the forces of the tongue and the lip pushes them inward and starts closing the gap. And if the gap closes, then the tooth again in that area further gets crowded and it becomes a double problem. So if you're getting your child's tooth removed, like in olden days, they say, oh, tooth problem, get it removed. That was one of the thoughts among parents or among the dentist as well. But today, no dentist would do that for you. He will tell you, we would say, you need to do the next step. And this is what I said. If you get the teeth gets infected, again, there is a treatment for that. Sometimes when the children fall, again, the teeth start, due to the fall, the teeth starts becoming infected. And we do a procedure called as root canal treatment, even for baby teeth. Many of you know that root canal is a multiple sitting, long process, but even children undergo. Nothing to worry. You go to a child specialist, you'll be happy and you'll be treated very well, safely, and with confidence. I'm sure you'll save your teeth and you'll restore your smile. This is for older children. There's one more video with, I think we almost come to the end. My request to the principal and the teachers is to, I'm sure many children have done the pre-test Google form. I request whatever knowledge you have gained from this particular lecture to please fill the form again on the post-test, which will be shared with you from the principal of the school. And this is for children up to 12 years. I still recommend round method to be followed. There's no wrong, nothing wrong. Even I follow the same method, even at this age. Yes, there is a method for the gum conditions. We say upper teeth up from up to down, lower teeth from down to up. But there what happens is we keep on moving the brush from different quadrants, and many a times, most of them will forget to brush on the inner sides. You ask, if you watch your your parents itself and children, you will see that most of the time they won't know that they need to place the brush on the inner side. And most of the time you try to keep half on the surface and half on the top. You think both the jobs are done together. No, you have to do outer surface, inner surface, and the top surface separately, three surfaces. Yes, now how do I clean the in-between surfaces? There are many more methods which how do we clean in between the teeth? There is something called as floss. It's like a thread which is advisable only by the professional when you meet. So I don't want to show that here because it may not be safe. I'm sure children, you all will follow this from today. Very easy. Even in your many a times when you brush, you do not concentrate what you're doing, isn't it? Because many a times now you will be walking around or picking up something, doing double work. You will be picking up some newspaper or walking around. And my dear, very young children, our JSS Dental College has also developed small story form so that you will understand what I gave a big lecture, which might have been very, very elaborate, and maybe some of the children would have not understood. I would be sharing this to the school so that this is just a small story form where we try to communicate how Happy King and Unhappy King maintained his fort. Your teeth is like a fort, and guarded by very well, but that is by you, by following rules and regulations, what you should do, what you should not do, what you should eat, what you should not eat, healthy food, and have a regular way of consumptions of and activities and all that. And Unhappy King, who was not very strict about the rules and regulations, having all the junk food and not bothered to maintain the gardens, and that is, garden means your teeth around surfaces, not maintaining hygienically. It got all burnt out, and the whole place is in a bad shape. Okay, this is a short story for very young children. I thank our management who has been and always been with us. And this type of program, I would tell you, we have been doing this from 1997 at various schools in and around Mysore district, and also at Sutur School for the last 20 years, and at JSS Ooty from the last maybe couple of years back, maybe it is from 10 years maybe. Thank you. So once in a while, even the best things need some restoration. I'm sure you are knowing the best monument of the country, and that also needed a lot of maintenance. If you do not maintain, we will not finish. I thank the JSS International School, and this is a small certificate from our organization for having participated. All the children who have participated, I congratulate them, and a separate certificate would be issued to each one of them through the portal on the basis of the name they have registered through the email. Thank you again.
So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And the session was very helpful. And if you have, there are so many questions. They asked 1 or 2 questions, sir.
Yes, sir. You can. I will just check them out. Yeah. There is one person asking. One of the persons asking, the brother has a lot of cavity problems. I'm sure if they are based in and around the city area, please look for a pediatric dentist based on the age. If the child is below 12 years, please go for meet a pediatric dentist, or else even a general dentist. And you can always contact us at JSS, because we would be very happy. We are planning to shortly start online consultations for especially this children with our JSS schools, because of the particularly residential school, because we used to come to the school, offer for checkup camps at Sutur and Ooty, which has not happened for the last 1.5 years. So if they can post the picture of the teeth, I can give the proper advice. Ajay, please do, if you are hearing, please, you can take the contact number from the principal, and you can share the image, and we can see. And Swatika, I'm not able to place, I think one of my student maybe, or just shared the greetings. Thank you, Swatika. I'm doing fine. Brown sugar, good for teeth. Now, when you say brown sugar, it is basically it is a jaggery kind of made up of jaggery. That's what I assume. And yes, they say the brown, that is jaggery, is safer than refined sugar. I hope that answers. Because if you see the rural area, still they use jaggery in most of their preparations, in the tea, in the food. And some of the North Indians, they add jaggery even in the meals. So jaggery, that is partly or little more refined than jaggery. It's better than refined sugar. Now, another person is saying that lower part of the teeth is more yellow. Yeah, that is because maybe that's as I showed in the picture. If it is due to the deposit, you need to improve the brushing. But if the tooth by itself is in double color, then that's something called as bleaching of the teeth. And depending upon the age, that would be recommended by the dentist. If children are not supposed to do the bleaching of the teeth, it is only after age of 14, 15, we can do the bleaching of the teeth. Otherwise, we would recommend that you practice good hygiene. Now, if the color is due to the water fluoride content, okay, there is some yellow tinges come due to the fluoride, then there is something called as, we call the composite aesthetic filling materials can be covered. And also, if the color is due to some stains, because some children are prone to called as stains, bacterial stains, which is called as chromogenic. They are actually not cavities, but they are, they just come due to some immunity problem. Immunity is very strong. So such people, they get, that's called chromogenic stains. And that just needs to be polished by the dentist again. So nothing to worry. You please visit us. If you're coming this side to Mysore, please drop in, or else share your picture. We can give you the right advice again. Yeah, coming to the mouthwash, sir has asked about someone particularly is asking, mouthwash liquid is safe for children. Yes, I do recommend mouth rinsing program. Children who, there is not, in US and European countries, they follow midday mouth rinsing program compulsory in all the schools. In all the schools, they follow midday mouth rinsing program, particularly the schools where they find in the high risk groups, where there is like even in places like in cities where there is less number of dentists available or not accessible, and they don't have the, due to socioeconomic reasons, there are methods they introduce a school-based mouth rinsing program. Now, coming to the home use, yes, I would recommend weekly once at least. There is a research showing that weekly once mouth rinsing is good enough for children. If not weekly, bi-weekly. Now, and again, if it is, they have many carious lesions, like cavities are many, almost uncontrollable, then I would put them on a 3-month daily mouth rinse program, and later maintenance weekly once I would recommend. And the volume should be less, because on the bottles it is written not to be used for children below 6 years, but above 6 years mouth rinse can be used safely. And even for children below 6 years, we have topical application. You have to go to the dentist, particularly the child dentist is trained to apply this, what is in the mouth rinse. The same thing would be applied on the teeth just for 4 minutes. It is applied once in a week. There is a type of a fluoride application. Another one is once in 3 months or 6 months. So that is a substitute for mouthwash, particularly for the high-risk patients. Yes, mouthwash is good. There's another question about whether mouthwash is good for teeth. I would say it is definitely required, because the toothpaste and the brush reaches only on the top surface and the outer surface. That's why there is one inner surface. There is a contact between the two teeth. It's not accessible by the brush. Whereas when it's the foam, what happens due to the surface tension, it does not go, the foam doesn't go in. It needs to go into the interlock between the teeth. So though we say foam goes into the deeper layers, deeper portion, inaccessible area, whereas a liquid mouth rinse will go. It can flush between the thing. And some people who have got irregular teeth, the liquid flow, the mouth rinse flow between the teeth would be better. So normal sugar versus brown sugar, again, if it is jaggery, because some people do not tolerate jaggery, it is actually more sweeter. When you use jaggery, you have to use lesser. And if it is in the crystal form, the Western version you are talking about, it's fine. Otherwise, today it has become all organic. Everybody is trying to use organic, and The jaggery is available in the powdered form also. It is too sweet. When I myself have tried, it's more sweeter, rather double or triple the dose. So we'll have to be careful on that. We should not add too much, and it is gives too much of sweetness. Also, it's not good because the pH has to be maintained. If it's more, that also would cause lowering the pH and causing damage to the teeth. So you have to reduce the volume if you're using that. Any which is the best toothpaste? Again, I would say, I hope I'm not typing, I'm answering. Is that okay? So which toothpaste is best is any toothpaste which contains fluoride. I would recommend fluoride. You check for fluoride. And don't be fascinated by color of the toothpaste, or again, there is something called as a white paste, or a gel based paste type, or a gel based, or it is a mixture of the two. So the gel based is basically having some other properties, like, it should not fall off from the teeth, so it remains there. Stickiness is better. And if you had washed carefully, we make the brush wet first. The reason is that if there is any debris on top of that, they need to be cleaned. And also there would be some bacteria living. When you brush once, at least 24 hours, the bacteria still survive in the brush. So we recommend that you wash the brush, and by washing the brush, when you put the paste on it, it does not fall off. Many times if you put the paste and then you want to wet the brush, because many people have the habit of putting the paste and then making it wet, that would cause the paste would fall off. Many times, many children would experience that because of the water flow, the paste would have fallen down half or partially. So if the gum starts bleeding, what we should do? What happens? Basically, if there's a gum bleeding, it is due to the deposits. We need to get the deposits clean. But if it is bleeding without any reason, then we have to check whether it is due to the reasons, like if it is particularly children, particularly for the girls, there could be a changing at the age of 12, 13. There might be some conditions of hormonal changes, but otherwise, very young children, it should not have gum bleeding. It is only in the adult. Gum bleeding starts more in the adult conditions because of the irritation from the deposits. And additionally, the gum bleeding can happen when the food, if in a very young child, it is due to the cavities which are not filled and the food is stuck there and it causes irritation. So if the bleeding is in the cavity, in the area where there is a cavity, you need to get the cavity dental decay treated so that the food doesn't get stuck there and does not cause irritation. Again, for the best paste to use, I would say, I don't know, any paste which contains fluoride, calcium. It is normally put as, calcium, extra fluoride, or it is called as calcium strong, or it is called as plus fluoride. So you will have to check that. And the Indian toothpaste, the most popular ones, you all know, it is Colgate or Pepsodent. And of course, people who are using Close-Up, but Close-Up for children, I won't recommend, because it has got some, the type of crystals they have, which is called as mouth freshening effect, is not recommended for children. It would cause some kind of a gum irritation or a mucosal irritation, soft tissue irritation inside the mouth. Listerine mouthwash also is not for children. This is not for children. Now, recently they are trying to modify it for children, but when it came, it has got little burning effect. Again, due to the compositional difference, I would recommend for children. SDF is silver diamide fluoride, is a type of fluoride application that if you have no dentist around you, that is a product which came particularly where dentists are not available or the parents are not able to go for further treatment. Like, because dental treatment, that it is expensive, particularly which is for a filling, there's something costing in a small town, it would cost something like 500. In a big city, it may go up to 2,000 for a single tooth filling. People who, if there is no dentist available, there are in the now new, it has not come to India. We do not so like a program, but in some other countries, the government or the policymakers have introduced application of this SDF, silver diamond fluoride, which is applied on the teeth to arrest the cavities, and it stays like arrested. Arrested means it becomes, but one of the side effects of that is it turns to become more blackish and remains there. And after that, you cannot remove the color so fast. You can, even if you cover it up. I hope I have answered most of the questions. Because I have another meeting to attend, a lot of questions, maybe I can answer them personally as well, because these links will be available with us. Yes, mouthwash is recommended. Again, it's a repeat question. Yes, children may need clip. There is a question on clip for children. Yes, children may need clips for irregularity of teeth right from the age of 8 years to, you should start looking whether your child needs a treatment. And in some cases, we need even young, before, if the 7 years when the teeth is coming in an irregular way. For children, we would recommend soft brush, not the hard one. And you should, another thing is the brush has to be changed every 4 months. That is a clue, because any brush, any plastic, I'm sure you all change. Even, I mean, as parents, you all know, you want to clean your clothes. You want to make sure to clean your clothes or vessels. You need a new scrub. The parents, you are so cautious about your vessels and your clothes. What about teeth? There's nothing wrong in changing the brush every 4 months. Because why? It is not for it is because after every 4th month, the brush edges, which are supposed to have a round border like this, it becomes flat. And depending upon the type, if you're a horizontal brusher, you are converting the round surface into like a knife. So that is why it becomes sharp. And many a times that children feel it's hurting, because if there is a cavity, you have not got filling, plus he's brushing wrongly. So that acts as a restriction, irritation, and he or she does not like to brush anymore using the brush. So normally within 4 months, okay, let us keep a margin, 6 months, you need to change your brush. 4 months is advised. Yes, clips can be worn for children depending upon the need. Clips are removable type clips for children below 12 years. Fixed clips are used after 12 years. But some conditions need to be treated at between 6 to 12 years also by clips when there is irregularity. Because some of the irregularities, if you don't correct them before, it may worsen with time. So I think we can end up here, sir, because I have to go for another meeting. Thank you, children.
Yes,
thank you, children. And I thank all the parents, particularly who have joined. Please follow the brushing method, which is very, very important to me, because this method has been published in European Journal of Pediatric Dentistry and is well appreciated for the child to follow. And they will understand easily, and you don't have to worry once you train them this method. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. On the behalf of the teachers from the JSS International School Ooty, we thank you once again, sparing your time, sir. And we can arrange one more meeting like this, sir.
Yeah, sure. We'll definitely do this.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.